And what was the turning point or the moment that you wanted to shift down to Dunedin, and what did this look like for you in terms of like a contract scenario playing out, and what actually motivated that move?
Yeah, well, I guess for me, so I was in Christchurch for 4 years, 4 seasons there with the Crusaders, and that was great. Um, Again, fortunate, I think I debuted in my first year being down there, which again, when I first got down, it was like that's not going to happen this year at all. Um, so really, really fortunate that I got to play in that first season. It was awesome. Um, I guess across the next few years, the majority of sort of my time came when Richie Moanga was injured. So he had, I think he broke his jaw at one stage and had another bad injury. But that's sort of where the majority of my time came at the Crusaders, and again in small little stints off the bench. And I just ultimately was sort of coming into 24 years old and sort of really scraping the barrel for time and playing time. And I actually had a combo about this with someone the other day, and sort of this whole question that I had sort of sitting in the back of my head was, uh, can you hack? Can you foot it in Super Rugby? Can you handle yourself? Can you compete with these guys in Super Rugby? And that was just this question that I just had sort of sitting in the back of my head for probably 6 months or so, I think, leading up to the end of that Crusader contract. And I guess at that time, you could be one of the guys that leaves New Zealand early and heads overseas to play rugby, or I move somewhere else and really give it a good crack. And so for me, I think if I left New Zealand early, that question that I had for the sort of 6 months or so would still have eaten away at me. And I really just wanted to prove to myself, first and foremost, if I could sort of, like I say, hack it, foot it, compete, however you want to put it, in Super Rugby. So hence the sort of shift to the Highlanders. And yeah, it's safe to say that it pretty much got sort of all the playing time and more than I was even expecting. So it's been a great move for me, and definitely one that I wouldn't trade, that's for sure.